At that time, PB was giving very few interviews, from half an hour to an hour at the most. When Jose arrived at 10 a.m., I opened the door for him and led him into the living room. The two sat by the window. They talked all day with pauses of silence. PB did not speak Portuguese and Jose did not speak English at the time, so they spoke in very basic French. It was dusk when the interview came to an end. I walked with Jose to the nearest train station. On the way, he explained to me that this was the third time that he had requested an interview with Paul Brunton. In the previous two, he had been denied. The first time, PB said no through a letter. On the second occasion, Jose had gone to Vevey to see him, and while waiting in a cafe, a letter from PB was delivered by another assistant. This was Tim Smith, one of the individuals who PB chose to edit his notebooks. The letter said that PB could not see Jose on this occasion. When given the letter, Tim had said to PB, "But PB, he has come so far to see you. How could you refuse?" Normally, PB spoke in a very soft voice, but on this occasion he replied very forcefully, "It is not the right time." At the end of our conversation, Jose added, "This was the most important day of my life." After I returned to the apartment, PB shared a number of very positive comments with me about Trigueirinho and his spiritual work. Years later, one of Trigueirinho's oldest students, Germano, said that in their meeting, PB had validated his spiritual task, which was to work with spiritual groups in Brazil. Germano said, "Over the years, Trigueirinho referred often to this meeting. I received letters from him in which he wrote about the deep connection between the two of them at the highest level of the soul, the Regent level, and that PB had guided Jose on the spiritual work to be done by him. That day, PB also showed Jose manuscripts of the notebooks, his yet unpublished books. Knowing how much PB's work would interest his own students and would need to be disseminated, from 1986 onwards, Jose dedicated himself to having the notebooks of Paul Brunton translated into Portuguese and Spanish. Because fate had arranged the meeting between PB and Jose at the moment that I was present, my life took on a different course from then on. It eventually resulted in a task given by Jose himself, which I share with my wife Gran, another follower of his, with Jose authorizing us to translate and to publish his work in English. We also worked to translate Paul Brunton's work into Portuguese. For this purpose, a nonprofit organization titled the Shasti Association was created in California, U.S. Shasti is an affiliate of the Fraternity International Humanitarian Foundation, the umbrella organization created to oversee the work left by Jose.